A leopard is sprinting, closing fast. 30 meters, 20. The dust rises like smoke behind four small legs pounding the African earth. And then, something happens that will stop you cold. The warthog doesn't run faster. It doesn't fight back. It drops to its knees. In this video, you will witness how a medium-sized animal with no claws, no camouflage, and no night vision has survived on the most dangerous continent on Earth for millions of years. You will see how it occupies a fortress it never built, how it reverses into darkness with tusks raised, ready to face whatever follows, how a mother seals her children inside the earth using nothing but her own body, and how, deep inside a tunnel, something else is already waiting. This is not a story about luck. This is not a story about speed. This is a story of engineering, instinct, and one of the most calculated survival strategies ever developed by any living creature on this planet. Look at it. Really look at it. The warthog is not what Africa intended to make famous. It has a face that seems designed by accident. Flat, broad, decorated with thick facial growths that look like something went wrong during construction. Its tusks curve outward at odd angles. Its legs are short. Its tail stands straight up when it runs, like a small, ridiculous antenna. And yet, every single thing you just laughed at is load-bearing. Those facial protrusions? Shock absorbers. They protect the skull during violent head-on collisions with predators. Those curved tusks? Precision weapons. And, as you will soon discover, something far more tactical than that. That flat skull profile? Engineered by millions of years of crawling through tight spaces in complete darkness. That stiff, upright tail? A signal flag for the young to follow in tall grass. Nothing about this animal is an accident. Every ridiculous feature is a solution. The warthog doesn't look like a survivor. It is survival, wearing a disguise. But here is the truth. Africa never softens. When the sun goes down, none of it is enough. Lions own the night. Leopards move through darkness like liquid shadows. Hyenas operate in coordinated packs with jaws strong enough to crush bone. Wild dogs run in relentless rotating shifts until their prey collapses. Pythons wait without breathing. Crocodiles wait without moving. And the warthog, with no night vision, no climbing ability, no burrow to hide inside by nature, stands in the open, completely exposed. The survival equation is brutal and simple. You cannot outrun a lion in darkness. You cannot outfight a leopard in open ground. You have one option. You must disappear. But where do you go when there are no trees tall enough, no caves nearby, no cliffs to climb? You go underground. Except there is one devastating problem. Warthogs cannot dig. This is where the story takes a turn that nobody sees coming. Warthogs are not engineers, they are conquerors. Every burrow a warthog has ever slept in was built by something else, specifically the Aardvark, one of Africa's most powerful and least celebrated excavators. The Aardvark digs with shocking force, carving tunnels that descend at precise angles, wide enough for its own body, deep enough to maintain an internal temperature regardless of surface heat. It creates chambers, it creates corridors, it creates, without knowing it, a fortress. And then it moves on, and the warthog moves in. No negotiation, no payment, no gratitude. The warthog arrives, inspects the entrance with its sensitive snout, occasionally charges out whatever was using the space before, porcupines, jackals, monitor lizards, and claims it completely. It is one of the most one-sided real estate arrangements in the natural world. But here is what makes the warthog extraordinary. It doesn't just occupy the burrow, it masters it, it learns it, it adapts its entire body around it, and it develops a technique for entering that is so precise, so deliberate, so tactically brilliant, that watching it happen feels like watching a soldier execute a drill they have run 10,000 times. Watch carefully, because this is the moment everything clicks. The warthog approaches the burrow entrance. It slows. It pauses. Not from fear, but from calculation. Its nostrils work rapidly, reading the air flowing out of the tunnel. Threat assessment. Internal scan complete. Then, with a motion that looks almost ceremonial, it folds its front legs beneath its body. It kneels, and it goes in backward. Backward. Every single time. Why? Because if anything follows, a leopard, a hyena, a hunting dog, it meets the tusks first. Not the soft hindquarters, not the unprotected spine. The tusks. Positioned at the tunnel mouth, braced against the walls, the warthog transforms a burrow entrance into a fortified gate. Predators have tested this. They have reached into darkness after a disappearing warthog and pulled back bleeding. Lions have sat at burrow entrances for hours, unable to extract the animal inside. Leopards have walked away. The tunnel mouth becomes a kill zone, and the warthog controls it completely. The kneeling pads on its wrists, thick, calloused, hardened skin, did not appear randomly. They developed over millions of years of this exact motion, repeated every dusk, every night, every dawn. The flat skull is not just for fighting, it is clearance geometry for a low tunnel ceiling. The tusk angle is not random, it is calculated from maximum coverage of a circular opening from the inside. This animal's body is a burrow-adapted machine. The burrow shaped the warthog, and the warthog perfected the burrow. But the warthog does not survive alone. A sow, a female, will shepherd her piglets to the entrance at dusk with urgent low grunts. The young enter first, disappearing into the darkness in a line. Then she follows. Then she does something that will stay with you. She positions herself at the mouth of the tunnel, facing outward, completely still, and she becomes the door. Her body seals the entrance, her tusks face the night. If something comes, it comes through her. Not every piglet makes it to 6 months. The statistics are devastating. Between birth and early adolescence, warthog litters are cut by predation, by drought, by the simple brutal arithmetic of African survival. But the ones that survive, they survive because of this. Because their mother chose the right burrow, because she knew the technique, because she held the line. Males sleep separately. Lone boars claim their own burrows, maintain their own territories. This is not abandonment. This is tactical distribution, spreading risk, reducing competition, ensuring that a single predator event cannot eliminate an entire family unit at once. And now, the part nobody talks about. The fortress has a back door, and sometimes something is already inside. Cape cobras enter warthog burrows looking for warmth. Monitor lizards move in as secondary occupants, coexisting in uneasy silence in separate chambers. And pythons, ambush predators with infinite patience, have been documented waiting inside occupied burrow systems, using the tunnel's own architecture to stage an attack from within. Inside the tunnel, the warthog loses its greatest advantages, speed and space. The same walls that protected from outside predators now constrain it. The encounter becomes something else entirely. Raw, close, terrifying. Even the safest place has a back door. Every fortress has a weakness, and the warthog, the kneeling warrior, the accidental architect, the animal that turned borrowed architecture into a survival masterpiece, knows this, which is why it maintains not one burrow, but several, a network of fallback positions spread across its territory. Redundancy as strategy, multiple exits, overlapping defenses. They didn't read military doctrine, they became it. The leopard stops at the entrance. It leans forward, nostrils flaring. Somewhere in the darkness below, 2 small yellow eyes are open. The tusks are raised. The body is still. The warthog is not hiding. It is waiting. The leopard waits. 30 seconds, a minute. Then it turns, and it walks away. The warthog did not win by being the strongest animal on the savannah. It won by knowing exactly where to be, by knowing exactly how to enter, by facing, not fleeing, whatever came to the door. Millions of years of pressure, predation, and loss produced one extraordinary answer. Go underground, go backward, and never stop facing the threat. This is what survival looks like when intelligence has no hands to build with. This is what engineering looks like when the only tools you have are your body, your instinct, and a hole in the ground that someone else dug. The warthog kneels, and in kneeling, it becomes unbreakable. If this video moved you, challenged what you thought you knew about African wildlife, or simply made you look at a warthog differently, hit that like button right now. Subscribe so you never miss the next deep dive, and drop a comment below. Which animal's survival mechanisms should we decode next? The answer might surprise you more than this one did.